Hey everyone from Voando Comigo channel, Romulo here. Today I'm in Belo Horizonte, heading to Precordes, the clinic where I renew my Certificado Médico Aeronáutico. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about this aeronautical medical certificate, right? What are the requirements that the pilot needs, that the candidate needs to become a helicopter pilot? You're going to follow my routine here today. I'm doing my renewal, okay? Every year, we have to renew the Certificado Médico Aeronáutico. If you've made it this far, please subscribe, share, and leave a like for me. There are several flight videos on the channel. If you haven't seen them, check them out. Subscribe to watch all the videos, binge the channel, make yourself at home. You are all very welcome. All right? So let's go to the renewal of my Certificado Médico Aeronáutico. I'm on my way. I'm about 15 minutes from the clinic. It's 6:40 now, and my Certificado Médico Aeronáutico, my renewal is scheduled for 7 in the morning. You'll follow along with me for some things about this renewal. All right, so let's go. And if you landed on this video by chance, nice to meet you. My name is Romulo Lima. I've been a helicopter pilot for 14 years, and I'm about to complete 15 now. And I show my routine, I show my flights. There are many videos here, so feel free to binge watch. And today I'm going to renew my medical exam. The medical exam, for those who don't know, is one of the first steps to becoming a helicopter pilot, okay? Or an airplane pilot. You have to go through these exams to see if you're fit or not, all right? And it's not done at just any clinic. It's always done at a clinic accredited by NAC, okay? So look for a clinic accredited by NAC. Here in Belo Horizonte, I recommend Precordes, which is the clinic where I'm going to do my renewal. I've been doing it with them for 3 years now. I used to do it at another clinic here before. But after I got to know Precordes, I prefer to do it at Precordes because they're very organized, efficient, they're fast, and for those of us who have a busy daily routine, we need things to be quick. The clinic doesn't get too crowded. Everything is by appointment. So you go in, do a series of tests in the morning, and you're done. And then your results come out in 2 or 3 days. Depending, right? It can also take 3 to 5 days. Then it goes into the NAC system, and you're cleared to fly for another year. That's how it works. So, just giving a little overview here of how it works, and I'm going to tell you a story, okay? About the exam.
Pilots, stop lying, just look at that.
I'm here with my urine test, right? We come with that embarrassing little cup that you take there and hand over to the lady. I've already done my urine here. I didn't need to do a stool test, but there's a story about a guy from Minas Gerais who came to do a stool test. And then he got to the clinic already with a sample, and he showed up with a can of Nino milk full of poop. He put it on the lady's counter, and the lady said, "Mr. Adamir, you forgot to write your name?" So he went and wrote poop. Oh my God. Okay, let's be serious now. Seriously, guys, the Certificado Médico Aeronáutico has 2 versions, all right? The versions are first class Certificado Médico Aeronáutico and second class Certificado Médico Aeronáutico. The second class one is when you start the course, right? First, you will take the private pilot course. A private pilot is someone who can fly their own aircraft or someone else's aircraft, not for profit. You can't work yet, but it's the first step towards starting. Everyone begins with the private pilot course. You can't move to commercial pilot without completing it first, okay? So, to take the private pilot course, it's mandatory for you to have the second class medical certificate for the practical lessons. It's valid for 5 years. All right? So you get the second class one, then you go try to get your private pilot license. Pass the private pilot? Great. Do you want to take the next step to become a commercial pilot? Then you need another medical certificate, another aeronautical medical certificate, which is the first class one, all right? First class, it's valid for 1 year. So every year you have to renew your first class medical certificate. There's no point in going to the clinic and saying, I already want my first class one. No, you will get the second class one first. Then when you go to take your commercial pilot course, that's when you'll get the first class one. Okay? It's a sequence. That's how it works, okay? The first class one is tougher than the second class one. They're very similar, okay? There are a few differences, just a few, but they're very similar, okay? The main difference between one and the other is that the second class one is valid for 5 years and the first class one is valid for 1 year. So, every year I have to renew it. Mine is first class. I'm a commercial pilot. I work with this. And why do I have to renew it every year? Because we live in an unhealthy environment, right? A lot of noise, high exposure to the sun, right? Many times it's stressful. We need to run these tests to make sure everything's okay. If you've had any problems over the years, if you've ever had any, if it affected your hearing, right? All this noise, your vision. And it's always good, right, for us to do a checkup, and whatever needs to be improved, we improve. Guys, look at that. Good time. After fasting, let's have some coffee. I just did the audiometry. We do the ear test to see if we're hearing properly. Everything's fine, 100%. Guys, look at how neat the clinic is. Look here, this is a toothbrush and toothpaste. Here. Look here. Toothbrush, toothpaste, so you can brush your teeth before your appointment with the dentist. That's part of it too. And here, look, there's a locker room. We can take a shower here. There's a locker to store your belongings anyway. This clinic is really complete. That's why I chose it. I finished the renewal of my Certificado Médico Aeronáutico and everything went well. It'll be in the system soon and I have another year to fly, okay? My Certificado Médico Aeronáutico actually expires next month. But I always like to do it a little earlier because if there's anything that needs to be fixed, there's still time. And I keep flying and I'll fix whatever needs to be fixed. But everything worked out. Just to explain, I had an eye exam, okay? Eye exam, we do that standard exam, right? Where you identify the letters and they also measure the pressure in your eyes. She also looks inside your eye to see how things are, if everything's okay. They do the color blindness test. They also do the... Then after that, I did the audiometry test, which was to check if my hearing is still good, right? Because a helicopter or airplane pilot, we live in a very noisy environment, right? When we're in the hangar, when we're at work, right? So it's important to use good headphones with a noise suppressor. If you're not flying, you're outside the hangar. It's also important for you to use ear protection to reduce the noise a bit, right? And protect your hearing. My hearing is 100%, thank God. There was also the dentist. The dentist checks to see if you have any cavities or if you need any repairs. Thank God everything is fine. I always do it a little beforehand. I get my teeth cleaned so I can present it at the Certificado Médico Aeronáutico so everything is fine too. There was the ear, nose, and throat doctor who checks to see if your nose is okay, if you have any allergic complaints. Anyway, they also check your throat. They check if everything is okay. It's a general checkup, right? To see if everything is fine, if you can keep doing your flights, okay? So, 100%. I just finished at Precords Clinic in Belo Horizonte. I've been going there for 3 years and highly recommend it. I've been renewing with them and the service is really good. You saw it. There's a locker room and a great breakfast afterward. Now they even offer snacks. I was eating some peanuts before leaving. It's almost lunchtime. I got here at 7 in the morning. Now it's 11:20. Basically 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 4 hours here doing the exam. But in a pleasant environment, it's not too crowded. Everything is scheduled. So I value these things, agility and efficiency. So it's already taken care of. My maintenance has already been done. Now, Oscar India Oscar is in maintenance, and in a future video, I'll show you guys when Oscar India Oscar comes out of maintenance, okay? Take care, everyone. God bless. See you.